begin with you. Is America clearly telling skilled Indian, skilled foreign workforce that we don't need you anymore?
Well, I don't know what the Americans are trying to tell anybody else. What they're trying to do is get the job market for their own people. But if they had the people, then you would not need to take the H-1B route. It is not as though the American companies were, doing talent hunting outside the United States because they had, they had some inimical attitude towards Americans. They were doing it because they were getting the best of talent from around the world. That is not to say that there was not any misuse of the H-1B visa. Of course, whenever you have a system, there will be some people who will misuse it. But the kind of policies that the Trump administration is following right now is like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Rather than bringing in necessary reforms to try and, prevent the misuse, they are taking steps which are only going to end up penalizing their own companies, which is what a $100,000 fee does to their own companies. So yes, maybe you will get the stratospheric talent coming, if at all. And of course, to some extent, it does create some problems for some of the Indians who were chasing the American dream. But I think what is important, Hena, from my point of view, is that, why the hell should we be chasing the American dream? Why should we not be creating an Indian dream? So I would say that I would agree with anybody who says that, look, this can be a gain for India. But this can only be a gain for India if the government was to wake up to, reforming the policy sector in a way that Indian talent can flourish in India. Indian companies are incentivized to innovate and to stop this technology trading which they are doing and come up with more innovative models. Come up better systems in place out here. What we are doing right now is we borrow some technology, then do something, and then flog it around. So you can use that same talent which goes to the United States. You can use it here. And you can do your own thing. But, people will need to pull up their socks and rise up to the occasion. Unfortunately, we'll hear a lot of rhetoric, but when it comes to the policy sphere, not enough is done. Or if at all something is done, there is this entire bureaucratic establishment which will ensure that it will get done.
Okay, so interesting. And, in fact, this is the biggest talking point today all over social media. Whoever you're speaking with, that's the only thing people are discussing. Many clearly see this as a golden opportunity for India, because many on social media are also saying that, India of 2005, when this was a lucrative program, this H-1B visa, when everyone had this American dream, is very different from this India of 2025. And like you correctly said, Sushant Sareen, of course, if we do want to attract that talent here in India, to make India the economic powerhouse, we will have to tweak our policies, make them better for sure. But Richard Painter, I want to ask you, now these professionals who went to America under the H-1B visa program have actually helped America become what it is right now, an economic powerhouse. So don't you think this, in fact, is a self-goal? Trump may be wanting to make America great again, but perhaps he needs to first change his advisors, because if this is going to be the route, it might not really yield him the result that he's looking for.
Indeed, correct. The United States is in grave danger of losing our advantage in high technology. And we see the rapid growth of the high technology sector in communist China. And we could very well be surpassed by the Chinese if we don't focus on bringing to the United States the talent we need. And many of the very talented people who have contributed to the growth of high tech in the United States are from India. These are two of the world's largest democracies, India and the United States. Indian immigrants have done an enormous amount to help grow our economy, not only in high tech, but in medicine and many other fields. And this is a very, very problematic step for the Trump administration to shut off immigration of highly talented people to the United States. If the high-tech companies want to hire qualified people, they may have to move their entire operation to India, which means destroying American jobs for the people here who could very well be working with the talented people that have been brought in from India and around the world under this visa program. So I think that both of our countries need to work together. We have a strong, very strong economy in the United States that President Trump inherited, but he's at risk of destroying it, not only through his immigration policies, but his tariff policies. And I don't know that India is going to be able to stand up to China and other authoritarian regimes also without working with the United States. We need these two countries working together as democracies of free market economies. And this action by the Trump administration goes in exactly the wrong direction, and once again really could destroy.
Well, it is one of the many things that are going in the wrong direction, that are going to adversely impact the relationship between both the countries. I want to go across to KANISHK Agrawal as well. KANISHK Agrawal, now maybe Trump administration thinks that this is what America needs, but I want to talk to you a little bit about this timeline that has been given. 24 hours, and that was followed by advisories by companies like Microsoft, etc., to all their employees who are H-1B visa holders. I mean, isn't it cruel the way it is being done?
Definitely, it's very cruel. I believe the policy may serve more as a symbolic gesture from Trump to demonstrate that there is a toughness on immigration. But from a timeline perspective, I think it's negatively impact. So economic ripple effects are expected because the higher the cost, companies may not be able to manage the operations that quickly. And the reliance on H-1B is definitely more, as in, talking about Microsoft, Amazon, and other large corporations, they have more than 100,000 plus H-1Bs in their companies where they're doing innovation and operations and many things. So I'm not sure about the durability of this policy because we have seen the immigration laws shift from administration to administration. So I think the employers will wait and watch because I think there will be a pushback from the industry and the courts to call back this policy.
Do we have any ballpark figure as to the kind of impact we are looking at if it is implemented in the current form?
So, see, when it comes to the niche technologies, which is artificial intelligence and neuromorphic computing chips and all of that, right? A lot of Indian talent is already there. And I think we compute around 70% of Indian talent when it comes to H-1Bs. The impact can be in billions of dollars because it will push America down in terms of the innovation throughput that they would like to have when they are trying to compete against the likes of China. So definitely advantage to India and China now because I think India will have better pipeline of talent available to them.
Okay.